And you know, I think we're both very strongly, we're both very, very happy with the results of this collaboration. And I think what it showed the art world and the fashion world was that, you know, how we together could create the landscape of this actual world that we live in. And I mean, maybe that's a very deep thing to say, but in fact it is what happened. And I think that was proven, you know, by the overwhelming response to these products that we created, as well as to the reaction from the media, to the consumers who had to have these things at any cost, and no matter how long they had to wait. So it was a very successful collaboration on many different levels, and it continued long after the collaboration was actually done.
The synergy between art and fashion is getting stronger all the time. Are you a big fan of this artist, Takashi?
I'm a tremendous fan, absolutely.
What do you think about this whole idea of the synergy of, you know, art and fashion, you know, really being brought together, the way Louis Vuitton's brought it together?
Well, it makes fashion a lot more interesting, and I love two artists being able to work together.
They seek her here, they seek her there. Her clothes are loud, but never square. It will make or break her, so she's gotta buy the best, 'cause she's a dedicated follower of fashion. And when she does her little rounds round the boutiques all over town, eagerly pursuing all the latest fancy trends, 'cause she's a dedicated follower of fashion. Oh yes she is, oh yes she is, oh yes she is, oh yes she is. She thinks she is a flower to be looked upon, and when she pulls her frilly nylon panties right up tight, she feels a dedicated follower of fashion. Oh yes she is, oh yes she is, oh yes she is, oh yes she is. There's one thing that she loves, and that is flattery. One week she's in polka dots, the next week she's in stripes, 'cause she's a dedicated follower of fashion. They seek her here, they seek her there, in every street and every square. Everywhere the flashing tabloid army marches on, each one a dedicated follower of fashion. Oh yes she is, oh yes she is, oh yes she is, oh yes she is. Her world is built around discotheques and parties. This pleasure-seeking individual always looks her best, 'cause she's a dedicated follower of fashion. Oh yes she is, oh yes she is, oh yes she is, oh yes she is. She flits from shop to shop just like a butterfly. In matters of the cloth, she is as fickle as can be, 'cause she's a dedicated follower of fashion. She's a dedicated follower of fashion. She's a dedicated follower of fashion.
I think people become so kind of isolated and labeled and put into their boxes. Now you've got, you know, pop stars who want to be designers, you've got designers who want to be pop stars. I think it's just creative expression.
Yeah.
And I think when you combine different types of creative expression, you get something really unique.
So many voyeurs getting their kicks watching unsuspecting girls trying to relax.
The horizontal or centerfold type of pictures I did were meant to resemble in format a centerfold, but in content I wanted a man who opening up the magazine to suddenly look at it in an expectation of something lascivious and then feel feel like the violator that they would be.
The synergy between art and fashion is getting stronger all the time. What do you think about this whole idea of the synergy of, you know, art and fashion, you know, really being brought together, the way Louis Vuitton's brought it together?
Well, it makes fashion a lot more interesting, and I love two artists being able to work together.